It's way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No decaf, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no decaf. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no decaf. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with pimps over simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no decaf. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get, man. Come on, press play, press play.
Hey, what's happening?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Captain.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shoo. I'm about to introduce the pups to a bowl of goat milk today.
Is that so?
Yep. Get them on that for the first time today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've given a little bit of it through a syringe multiple times.
Yeah.
To introduce them to it. That way they're not like, what the heck is that?
Mm-hmm.
But they're all moving around good and stuff.
Yeah.
They're all moving around real good. Pretty stoked on them. Whew.
How much time do you spend with them?
I go out there every day for a little while and mess with them. Once I hit a certain mark,
what's a little while?
Hour.
Yeah.
Probably an hour. Yeah. Once I get a little older, I'm gonna fool with them a lot more.
Yeah.
Like now, this is when. Like I let the mama do all of it for the first 3.5 weeks, but now I'm gonna start taking over.
Okay. Who we got in here, man? We got Welsh in the building. Yeah. Did you catch any of the earlier shows?
Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching.
What you think about that?
I mean, I love all the topics. Like, they're all things that need addressed by people, you know? Every one of these.
Food for thought.
Yep.
Hey, Melee.
Yep, they're all really good topics. Gonna fire with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, mostly today, I just kind of want to talk about falsely accusing people of things without any proof. Just out of spite.
Yeah, Calypso. What's happening?
That's mostly what I've seen.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Wing. Hey, athletic canine. Not just any athletic canine, the alpha. Yes, sir.
Yep. Like, for example, right? I have somebody that watches me, okay? And every time
hold on. Time out, elevate. We got to back up again because I was doing the shout outs and whatnot. Go back and say what you trying to talk about.
Falsely accusing dogmen of things that they're not really doing. You know what I mean? Like the old school illegal things.
Okay, now continue. My bad.
I have somebody that follows me, watches my stuff, and
is this currently?
Yeah. This still happens to this day.
Okay.
They watch my stuff, and whenever I post a breeding video, they'll call the dog pound and tell them I'm dog fighting. I've literally had that happen. I got proof of it. So I did a breeding on a Sunday. They showed up Monday. I did a breeding back in the wintertime, posted it. They showed up then to the welfare check.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who it is that's retarded enough to think dogs fucking or dogs fighting. There's a difference in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's just trying to shut me down. I think it was my old neighbors is who I think it is.
They found it. Hey, it's like
I'll tell you why.
Huh?
I'll tell you why I think it's them. Because they know my name, right? They know my name. They don't know where I live. So they call the sheriff and tell them instead of the dog pound. Because they don't know my name or where I'm at. They can't report my address.
Mm-hmm.
So they called the sheriff and told them. And the sheriff calls the dog pound. And then that's how the dog pound shows up.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm fine with. Officer Steins, he's always super good. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just kind of annoying. Like, every time you're doing something good and then people want to report you for doing something bad, like, how many times are you going to send them accusing me of something before they stop showing up?
Yeah.
Because they're almost to that point.
You gotta,
like when they come up there, they said that they're like, man, we know you're not doing nothing. We just have to show up because somebody calls. Like, that's not right.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they have so much long, for the most part, man, it's gonna be people that's gonna be gunning for you in certain ways. Like my mentor, man, like for a while, like the SPCA will come out damn near once a week. And you got to the point to where everybody knew everybody first name basis and stuff, and they just come around and say what they say and move around. My mentor had a vet coming out to the yard and doing a whole bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, man, like as long as you stay on top of your game, they'll get tired of it, and people will keep shooting at you. But we in 2025, man. You got to be on your P's and Q's at these type of situations, man. Keep your yard clean. Stay on top of your game, man. Your neighbors can be your best friends or your worst enemies, or somewhere in between. You never know. But at the end of the day, man, like I say, it's 2025. I got cameras that run 24/7 with 3 backup hubs or what you call it, man, and they all offline and got full access to it and the whole nine. So we can run the cameras back completely. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, when we go to court, there's money exhausted, man. It's time, effort, and all that stuff, man. You wasting energy, man, and stress, and you might age in the process. But eventually they gonna have to back up off you, man, because they gonna look like a fool.
Well, the public information office, I called in to figure out who keeps calling on me, because if you call and report somebody, the only thing they can't tell you sometimes is if it's anonymous. But I just want to say this, I don't know if anybody's ever thought about this, but anybody that calls and anonymously reports a dog fighter is a fucking idiot, because they pay you if you bust one.
Yeah.
So to do it anonymously, you're an idiot.
Well, the thing is, and that's a lot of things that man, they encourage people to get out there and do things for the cash and stuff like that, man. And then man, you see these folks, you see the Me Too movement and all this other stuff, man. It doesn't stop there. But like I say, man, I can't, And it's some foul play out there too. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, let's look at it at both sides of the ball. But I look at the root of the situation, man, and the root of the situation is, man, for me, the way I'm looking at it, everybody has their own view on the matter, man, in respect to that. But as long as I keep my situation clean to the fullest extent, man, stay on top of my game. And Calypso said, sad part is, what if one day you're out and about, and let's say a yard accident does happen, and a yard accident does happen, and someone tries to call to save a dog, and now they don't come because of all the false accusers. Yeah, but I mean, that's part of the game too. You know what I'm saying? I remember somebody saying, like, he would get a call to his yard, he was, his dog got loose and they was going at it, and he was at work. He was like, well, I'll see who make it when I get home. That's just his color process, the way he went about the situation. But to each his own how they handle their situation. Man. But even if a yard accident does happen and you have everything properly set up and it's on camera, that is something that you do have, to justify the means. I don't know, man. It's just all I can say, man. At the end of the day, stay on top of your P's and Q's. Like I say, your neighbors could be your best friends or your worst enemies, man. Respect your neighbors, and man, keep your situation clean.
Yep. Yeah. Well, so the few things that sets me apart from everybody else in town, all my stuff matches. All of them are on nice matching collars and chains. Yeah. They all have matching barrels. They all have concrete rims and food bowls. I have security cameras, like multiple security cameras. Yeah. Them security cameras right there, it's 2025. For people that don't have security cameras on their dogs, what are you doing? I mean, you can be at work and just kind of look at them. You know what I mean? Like, that is the most awesome peace of mind, bro. We were in Louisiana at the dog show, and I pulled my cameras up and checked on my dogs while I was in Louisiana. Yeah. Like, that was cool. And my mom was like, oh, do I need to go by there and check on them? I'm like, nah, I can see them all on camera. They're good. Yeah. They're fed and everything. They're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. What's up?
And like a lot of the problem that people are gonna have with these dogs, it ain't people. They can say it's people fighting them. It's not people fighting them. They don't want people producing puppies because they think dogs like ours is what fills up the dog pound. But if you go to the dog pound, that is far from the truth.
I mean, it's a whole bunch of a lot of stuff out there, man. But one of the number one catapults pushing the matter is the news and the image that the news portrays. When you have a situation that happens, whether it's a legitimate case or illegitimate case of a breed that is mixed or favors, or sometimes it doesn't even favor and it just goes with the narrative. So, when the media already paints a narrative, it doesn't matter what the case is. If you say these key words, you're in a bad light. And when the name of our breed is one of those key words. So it's a triggering word, just to say. I remember me and Dre were going to Houston, and we had a black dog with us, and we had got a flat tire. And we pulled into this spot to get the tire changed. We had to get towed, actually. And we got a dog with us, and the dog black. And we go in there, and we sitting down in the lobby, and it was a police officer, a state trooper at that. And he got dogs. He got canines. Dre and him sparked up a conversation, because he was intrigued, just dog talk. Everybody, if you into dogs, you into dogs, but it was dog talk, and and it was a conversation about, just naturally, people are intimidated by black. You know what I'm saying? Your skin black dogs, wearing black clothes, anything, associated with the color black. And when you it's the same exact thing when people start saying certain key words. And when the media gets out there and they say these key words, man, no matter who you are, no matter what you got going on, you already have that bad light. As a whole, man, I can't speak for everybody else, but I feel like it's my duty, being that I love the breed the way that I love it, and I don't see myself having another dog, to try to keep my situation as clean as possible. I've already had to sit down for some stuff that had nothing to do with anything having to do with dogs, and I learned my lesson, man. I'm squared up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am a square, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't scared to hide it either. So
that's what'll keep you free. Ain't nothing more important than freedom.
Nah, for real, man. But I respect the game. I respect the game, and it is what it is. But at the same time, man, your neighbors can be your best friends, or they could be your worst enemy. And the media already painting a bad picture, and we in it. You know what I'm saying? So keeping that in mind, man. Stay on your P's and Q's, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know for a fact they shooting at you, you know for a fact you know what I'm saying, you got somebody trying to put that flashlight on you, that magnifying glass with a flashlight on you, man. You might want to have your situation clean, and eat. I don't care if I don't care if you 1,000% legit or not, man. The conversations you have with the people that you have can be misunderstood, and you don't know who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? They might be one of those people that already running off of those key words. And I already told you how, you know what I'm saying, that state was talking about the word black and the color black. So you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Like everybody I always say this from the beginning to the end, man. Loose lips sink ships. Loose lips sink ships, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it louder, man. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it.
The pictures are painting out on the media now, though. Some of it ain't even loose lips anymore.
But what I'm saying,
they see dogs on a yard on chains.
Yes,
automatically you're a dog fighter.
I understand.
If I had a bunch of hound dogs, they would have never showed up on me. They would have never come and accused me of that shit. But the fact that I have this breed, that's wrong.
Yeah. I know a local breeder who got canine corsos, and I know another local breeder who heavy in the Rottweilers.
Do they mess with the canine corso guy more than they do the Rottweiler guy?
No, they don't mess with either or, and they are starting to slowly get a bad light to canine corsos.
Yeah, that's why I asked that.
Nah, but and that's what I'm saying. Somebody, you might have a canine corso, may have a situation, or a canine, like it was a lady that she had a dog that was too big for. It was a canine corso and a bully mix, and the dog was like 140 pounds. If that dog gets into a situation, man, that's a pit bull. Doesn't even fit the standard weight of a pit bull, but that is a pit bull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just because it's got a big head.
Yeah, but like I say, man, irregardless to what breeds you got, especially our breed and dealing with these working breeds, Gotta have your seat, gotta be on your P's and Q's. And you know, not everybody understands, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wasn't raised the way that you was raised. Everybody doesn't believe in the same things that you believe or had the same morals you had. You know, so you gotta move accordingly, man. Go where you celebrate it, you know, and stay out the way, stay out, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I genuinely believe that if I wouldn't have been raised the way I was, then my dogs would have gotten taken. Right?
Yeah.
The fact that I was raised the way I was, I knew how to keep them clean, keep them healthy, keep the yard looking good, keep the cameras on. All this stuff I've learned through growing up with them, you know. And I learned from the time I was a young kid. I mean, I used to get on YouTube and just look up. I mean, I've watched every video. If you type in American Pit Bull Terrier, I've watched every video on YouTube. You know, when I was a young kid and stuff. So like, and I mean, still this day, I keep watching.
Yeah.
I watch everybody that's on here. So like, I picked up things through the years that's kind of saved me. You know? I'm not doing nothing illegal, but at the same time, like, they come and take your dogs just until they prove you're innocent.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and I mean, you know, there's always that, and like I say, man, when you do get put in these type of situations and all types of situations, like this can occur, whether you are completely in the wrong or completely in the right. The media per se is going to take that and run with it. You know what I'm saying? They'll take it and run with it. So you already fighting against the grain, and a lot of us. They treat it, we treat it like you know, like it's not there until it's there, till it's slapping you in the face, and not, you know what I'm saying, and you like, well, you know what I'm saying, now it's an issue. But you know, you already know what it is out there, man. You already know, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, and to be honest, you could tiptoe your way around trying to do all the things right, everything, you know, by the book, and somebody's still gonna try to single you out, you know. So you gotta have thick skin for that too. That's part of the reason why I'm an introvert, you know. But nah, for real. But
the first time they showed up was right after they got Randall Saxton's dogs. And I don't know Randall Saxton, but I feel bad for him because that. You know. So it was literally like a week after the first time they showed up, and I was like, I mean, it kind of made me scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, holy shit, they're gonna come and take all my hard work too, right? So this is why the dog pound guy likes me, I think. So they come, and as soon as they left, I started moving dogs. And before 2 o'clock the next day, I had all 36 dogs moved to a completely different place. And, he come back and was like, he called me. He was sitting in front of my dog yard. He said, "Where's all your dogs at?" I said, "I moved. There ain't any problem no more. I moved." And he was like, "You moved all of them?" I was like, "Yep." I mean, like, when you pull back there wasn't a chain, a kennel, or nothing. All there was circles where you could see that dogs was. Like, I pretty much proved to him, like, I can move these dogs. Like, you're not just going to take them, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't how it works. I'm not doing nothing illegal, so I'm not going to just let you fucking take them. I literally overnight moved 36 fucking dogs to keep them from getting taken. And everybody and their brother was telling me, "Why are you doing this? Oh, why are you doing that?" I told him, "Shut the fuck up, bro. You didn't make none of this. This ain't your hard work. I'll do what I want to do."
That's right.
I mean, I think that right there is part of the reason they took me so seriously. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'm not gonna let you
Alpha Athletics say, "Why are the vocals so low?" I think he's talking about you, Elevated.
Yeah, your mic a little low, Elevated.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's happening, bro?
Yeah, I didn't know it was quiet like that.
Yeah, Tony said, "I ain't walking around nervous like a slave, needing to have my freedom papers behind no damn dogs." And that's real, Tony. That's real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's each his own. You know, some people just don't want the hassle, so they try to stay out the way, move to, you know, areas where they can maneuver and do what they want to do. But you know,
Yep. And,
hey, bros.
What's up?
I was just thinking today, man. I had a thought, And
Yeah.
I didn't know. So I figured I seen the bulldoggers up here, so I might as well come ask some bulldoggers.
Okay.
I was thinking, right? Has there ever been a grand champion, male or female, right, who on their first breeding through a grand champion, and their son or daughter on their first breeding also through a grand champion?
That's a question for Solo. Solo would know that one, or Big Hill. Them the two that would know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was trying to think, like, you know what I mean? Like, has it?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
I don't know. That's a question for them, man. They would know that.
Cause I can show like champion to champion to champion. You know what I mean? But grand champion to grand champion to grand champion, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
He said He said the Tex dogs did.
Okay.
See, I don't even know which Tex. Grand champion Tex. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Is he talking about Tex-Mex?
I think so. I think that's what he's talking about. Elevated. Hold on, let me look. Well, what's the thing on it, Wilsh? Grand champion Tex. Tex.
I'm looking through them.
Is it not grand champion Texas? Was it?
I looked up the most popular dog of today right now, T-Tray. I'm just looking through his offspring to see if he produced one.
El T-Tray?
Mm-hmm.
Kirkland. Oh, you talking about Kirkland's, Texas? Or Tex dogs in Mexico? He was just talking about it.
That's what's going to get confusing the longer we go. You know what I mean? That's why I chose the Freemason bloodline. It's because of the Clyde Mason dogs. So that is going to get confusing with all these dogs and naming them so similar to each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it hard.
Yeah.
Seen a whole lot of 3s and 4s.
Grand champion Mayday, grand champion Luke Kane, grand champion Luca.
Tex. Is he talking about it's a couple Texases. Not the Texas that lost against Joey.
Nah. It's my damn tablet just died on me. But it's so in Mexico, I can't remember the damn dog name, but in my private group, we was just talking about them dogs a couple weeks ago. But it was they own a male and female grand champion that they bred together and made more grand champions.
Are you talking about
I got
the Tex-Mex stuff? I'll show it to you. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It's some Mexico
because
stuff.
They bred. Yeah, this is Mexico.
Yeah.
They had bred a male and female that's grand champions, and then they produced. Well, it went two ways. They produced a, I think it's a 2-time winner, 1-time loser. That dog produced the champion, and then the belly mate of that same dog became a grand champion also, or some shit like that. My damn tablet died with all my pedigrees on. I'm trying to remember the name of the damn dog.
So grand champion Yellow through grand champion Mayday.
Yeah. But that's male side. He said female.
Oh, you're talking
male
about
or female, don't matter.
Yeah. Female. That's why I said the Tex-Mex Mexican. That's why I said. I thought you said female.
Yeah, no, but it'll work the same for me. Let's say a grand champion female who on her first breeding breeds another grand champion, male or female, and who goes on to the next one to breed another. You dig what I'm talking about? On that first one out. So I was trying to see if that had happened 3 times in a row. I think. Do y'all remember what is them dogs' name?
I
I
remember
think
this.
it was down from
Let me
they
text
was
that though.
Luke. Do y'all remember Luke and Luca?
Yeah. Yep.
Luca, yeah, I remember that though.
Remember was they grand champion back to back to back?
Like, what
Or was
they?
they champions?
It might be two can't think of this off the top of my head.
Well, let me look. Hold on.
It
Was
might be. Damn, I can't think. I got too many other pedigrees. Man, I'm trying to think of how the tail look.
it was Luke?
Is it?
Luke Kane, right?
Did it
Luke
skip it?
Kane. It was Luke Kane, and he bred what?
Oh, okay. Okay, no, you did it right. Luke Kane was off of Mayday, and Mayday was off of Yellow. So that's
Yeah.
3 grand champions right in a row.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm not tripping, right? It's what?
No. That's right.
So it's Yellow a grand champion to Mayday, right? Mayday the grand champion next to Luke Kane. Did Luke Kane throw a grand champion? Hold on.
I'm looking through his offspring right now.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
I believe
Luke Kane throw
he has one.
There are a few 4 times. So
he got I see a 4-time.
yeah, you're cutting out a little, Welsh. Oh, grand champion Stone City Kennels, Miss Luca. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep
Oh yeah, okay. Here go one. I see that. Miss Luca.
Yep.
Miss Luca. Hold on.
See if I can keep it going here.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Because I mean that's interesting. No, so he didn't throw one. That's on Peds Online, like where it says it.
He didn't throw a male that was a grand champion.
He didn't throw nothing that was a grand champion.
Well, yeah, he did.
Oh, where's it at?
Grand champion Gorino's Big
We're
Boy.
talking about Miss Luca, right? Grand champion Stone City's Miss Luca.
That's one of them. That's a female.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you're going back now, trying to find a male.
Yeah, go to page 5. Go to page 5 of Luke Kane stuff. He grand champion Gorino's Big Boy out of Crenshaw's Miss Lug. Hold on, let me
Yeah, okay. I see it.
Let me see if bro can share this real quick. So everybody can look at what we looking at. You can share that, family. Yellow Mayday Barracuda.
So
Yellow a bad boy.
yeah, they really locked in on some things there when they did that.
Yeah, I did say first breeding. That's not the first. That's not the first litter. Pit wise, because I wanted to on the first breeding. Did they throw did anybody throw a grand champion? And then on the next grand champion's first breeding, did they throw a grand champion? And then did that grand champion throw a grand champion? Because it would still work with the Barracuda if that's the first breeding. The Barracuda stuff came out first, didn't it? That's the oldest son, right? A Mayday, right?
I ain't 100% sure. I know he was one of the most famous ones first. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was necessarily one of the first breedings off of him.
He was one of the first grand champions, though.
Going Hard would be one to run that by, to be honest with you.
Well, let me see. Who Who is the? Hold on. Let me.
Because GHK was breeding to him like before he was even well known, before he was even a grand champion. They bred to him. So does that change the factor that he was bred before he was a grand champion?
I think
for what we're looking for.
I think you gotta be a grand champion, and then that. Well, it wouldn't even matter then because we wouldn't know. See. So that's why some of this, like, I don't know. I have a hard time. It's hard to explain this. I have a hard time using something like that as my only form of, oh, I'm gonna do this or not. You know what I mean? Because I realize how circumstance based some of these things can be. Like some of it could just be the way the world turns and the way shit happened for them that screwed them out of that right there. You know. Oh yeah, no doubt about that. I'm not saying so that you should ever even use any of this to judge whether you should breed to it or not. I was just trying to ask the question.
It's a cool pattern.
Yeah, it's just like has anybody ever done that? You dig what I'm talking about? I know. I'm you know. I figured it would be some yellow in there. You dig what I'm talking about?
I might have another one.
Because like I don't see like your boy Boomerang. Did he breed back great champions as good as he was? I don't think he had any sons as good as he was. Sons or daughters.
Was Banjo the son of him? He was the son of Boomerang, wasn't he?
Was Banjo the son of Boomerang?
I'm pretty sure. I'm looking. No. He was no, he wasn't. Okay. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the Banjo dog. I've actually never even seen a Banjo dog in person. That I know for a fact.
I don't think I have either, bro. You from the north?
No, I'm from North Carolina. Western North Carolina.
I've never seen a lot of Banjo dogs.
I've seen a couple dogs that were snooty Boomerang dogs.
Oh yeah, we had tons of snooty shit up here.
Yeah. Where about are you at?
I'm in Michigan.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Tons of that snooty shit.
Shoot, they was sending snooty stuff all around the United States.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I think it was going everywhere. Everybody had a little piece of snooty somewhere, I believe.
He was a hell of a dog. He was a hell of a fucking breeder, man.
Well,
make a game.
Dogs like snooty is the reason I have a hard time using some of them factors. You know what I mean? Is whether or not you should breed it. Because why did they breed him so much? You know, after he lost and everything. Because
he was a fucking producer. You know what it was? A real dog man was looking at this dude lose with him, knowing good and well he should have never lost. Because he was just in the wrong hands, not getting done right. He takes an L. You dig what I'm talking about? They knew they had that shit. Somebody knew something, bro. And they was like, oh, no, he ain't. Hold on, let me get that. Let me show you what to do with it.
I wish they was still around so I could ask him if that was just like a feeling from trust in the blood or if that was a gut feeling that he just went on with.
Man, a good dog is a good dog.
Yeah.
When you see it, because see, you got to remember, most good dogs are not in the hands of good dog men.
No.
The majority.
Yeah. Very few good dogs get in good dog men's hands and it's a complete package.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, every good dog, he's going to find his good dog. But, like, at the same time, there's probably other dogs that missed out because he wasn't open to take that dog. That dog could have been a legend, but he wasn't open to take it.
I'm absolutely sure of it, Elevator.
Yep.
Absolutely sure of it. That there were brothers that in the right hand, brothers, sisters in the same litters as many of these dogs that we know of, that in the right hands, right, would have been better hunters and producers.
Yep, because I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that has great dogs, but for some reason they're not willing to do a breeding off of them. and even though they're great, even though they're awesome dogs, and I don't know. I grew up in it. Like, you had to make more to have more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You didn't go buy a bunch of dogs. My dad didn't go around buying dogs from everybody and stuff like that. So he had to make more to have more, and that's kind of where I'm at.
So this is Champion Garino's big boy.
But that's why I always say elevated. A lot of people and they standards, and then you look at they formula, and they foundation is based off of dogs that lost.
Yep.
But
Oh, there's some of that Jeep Red boy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I see why it worked.
Some of these factors.
I see why it worked. Big Casey, they always said, was a really good dog too.
Yep. I've never agreed with how they said Big Casey. Or no, not Big Blackjack. Down from Big Casey. I've never agreed with that. They claim that. Let me look up his pedigree so I'm not just saying stuff wrong.
That's a good bred dog.
Yeah, it bred up real nice.
That's a good breeding.
So, they bred Crenshaw's Gator to Crenshaw's Black Girl, right? And Black Girl was down from Big Casey, but they try to claim that they say that Gator can't be his daddy because he looks too much like Big Casey or some shit. Is what they said. Come on, bro, you think it can't skip one generation? And then there's not even a picture of Black Girl up here, so like his mama's literally black. It wouldn't be so far-fetched for them to throw Blackjack. I've never understood that. I'm looking through Blackjack's record to see if he threw a grand champion.
Let me see. So Luke Kane got 2 grand champions so far. Miss Luca and was Big Boy. Miss Luca.
I know Luke Kane got grand champion.
Let me see. And that's it. But he did throw 2. Hold on, let me go. Let me see what Big Boy did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
Big Boy. Damn, it just stopped. It fell off.
Yeah.
It gotta be another pid on here.
That happens a lot because when they get that success, a lot of men will get a dog off of that and breed it instead of keep it going. You know what I mean? And really, which one's the right thing to do? Breed it and keep it going, or keep it going the other way?
Let me see.
For different men, it might be different. You know, they might want to keep it going, and then other men might want to breed it. I like what Tom said. Secure the future, then enjoy the present, and that's what I always keep in mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lock that future in, then enjoy the present. Because
say it again, bro. Say it again.
Secure the future, then enjoy the present.
That's
what Tom said. At the pig picking, he said that, and I was like, wow, that makes sense, 100%. And I've always kind of thought that way. I just never heard nobody else say it. Shit, he's a smart man. If anybody has secured the future, it's him.
Miss Luca.
If one of them dogs passed away tomorrow, he's already got a replacement for it in his mind. You know what I mean? One that can try to replace it.
Red boy, Jocko.
And I mean, so okay, let me ask you this: looking through these peds online, with certain lines of dogs, do you think you're gonna see those records a little more because the people that had them typically ran their mouth about it a lot more, put it out there a lot more?
Mm-hmm.
versus some of these other bloodlines where they're just kind of like out in the dark, quiet, and didn't put it in there. They have the record, but it's not on. You know what I mean? It's not on,
They're
like,
not
online
being
and stuff.
broadcast. I think
exactly.
you're gonna always have that.
Yep.
I think you're gonna always have that. You're gonna have guys who talk it and guys who walk it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know, it's gonna be a guy who I got the baddest. I'm the baddest. You dig what I'm talking about? Till some old dude brings something off the couch he been shaping. He ain't even put it in. It's so good in shape. He brought it off the chain.
Yep.
Right? He blow through your shit. It won't register till then. You dig what I'm saying? That it's people out there not playing with you.
Yeah, there's people that takes it real serious.
Yeah, they're not playing. Miss Luca.
Phew. I'm about to feed a bunch of watermelon today. I'm gonna feed all the dogs some watermelon.
Champion crazy.
Hold on. So, who patrolling the screen?
I was, brother.
Click on Miss Luca right quick.
Okay. Stone City's little Miss Luca, or
Yeah, Miss Luca.
I'm in her ped right now. Hold on, let me go back.
Go to her siblings.
To her siblings?
Yes. Go to I think go to Jenny.
Yeah, so Pitwise said also be mindful
And
of how you
follow it
travel
down from
shows.
there.
Traveling across state lines with an in-shape dog can be touchy. Print out flyers for the shows and stuff. Yeah, actually. So my buddy, he was in Kentucky, and he stopped at a gas station, and he had 2 dogs with him, and one of them had gotten into an accident before, and they arrested him and everything, accused him of dog fighting, and that was 100% not what he was doing. He was at the gas station, literally just had the 2 dogs with him. And they literally took him and the dogs they took him to jail and the dogs to the dog pound. Just because they saw him with them. Like, that's wild. Now, like here in North Carolina, if you have an in-shape dog, they're not gonna hassle you about it. If you tell them you're going to a dog show, they'll be like, all right. They can tell. They can also tell when you're standing there telling them that whether or not you're lying or not.
Okay, they got an out. With this G Carver stuff. With the Oso Negro.
I think I'm on.
Yeah, this is that Black Shine stuff with the Carver in there. That's the out for this.
And
this should work. This should have been good. Did you get to see this dog, big bro?
No. I know some people who was telling me about it years ago.
Which dog is it?
Work.
I can't see it.
It should. Hold on.
Go to the offspring. Follow it all. Listen. Follow it all the way down.
Okay. Where we want to go? The Champion Thug Life Banks or Gainesville's? Oh, I get it now. I get it.
The one with is it Banks or Mayo? The one with Banks is the one I seen.
Yeah, with Thug Life Champion Banks. What is this? What is all this stuff? Little Oreo. Hmm. With the crazy tippy handicap stuff. Okay. Okay. All right. All this Patrick stuff.
Yep. Let's see.
Okay, this makes
Don't
sense.
care much about people's
This
stories
makes
with regard
sense.
to the
Actually,
boosting or paperwork, as both can offer a perception. The dog tells me if you know. Good point.
What?
hold on.
Well,
Let me
what? Not just that elevated. Not just that elevated. People so caught up. People don't realize the same thing goes on with other show animals, as in horses,
Hmm.
bulls. The same thing goes on. Some of them horses got to prove certain things before they get their paperwork. Some of them don't. It's, don't think it's just going on in an American Pit Bull Terrier community. It goes on in the working Rottweiler community. It goes
Hound
on in
dogs.
the yeah, it goes. It's not just the game dogs. People thinking it's just the American Pit Bull Terriers, which is crazy.
It's a practice breeders have used for a long, long time.
Long time.
That's how they're secure in the future.
this this is good
Oh,
right here. Whoever got
yeah,
this
you
shit right here, this shit butter should work. Man,
some of that shit's
this
still around. It's still
this
around.
fire yellow. This all fire yellow Mayday. All of it. It even got the twins up in here. Dang, going hard red ace. Amber up in here.
So
This is where if you got any problem with any of this stuff, it's right here.
But hold on. Listen though, the reason why I told you to go to the siblings, I don't know if you caught the show 2 weeks ago. When people say percentage of dogs and family of dogs that are working, I always say a lot of their percentages is wrong because they base it off of one dog.
Right.
Anytime I'm looking to incorporate something else into my program, okay, we know the Mayday dogs is working, but I want to know what the siblings did. What did they create down from the shit? Just like I showed on the show 2 weeks ago, that Jeep's grandmother on the top side has a family of dogs that's bred with Chinaman dogs. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this information. So when that's how you look at things. Don't
directly
focus
through
on the
Tom,
main
right?
pedigree. Huh?
They were crossed because Tom had a bitch down from him, right?
Exactly. So, we look at the main dogs, Barracuda, Mayday, Lucan, but click on the siblings and click on their siblings and see what you got down today that coexists with the main side. That's how you really find the formula.
That's how you can really track how well blood works, and you can
That was
also
a lot of
track
people.
what it's crossed with.
Exactly. You see what's working. That's why a lot of people be so scared to ask certain shit, but they don't know that the sibling got a whole family with the set with successful dogs with the family that you scared to add to the program.
Yep. Yep. And so another topic, what about two families that weren't that great successfully, right? They weren't that successful, but then they were crossed together and were more successful as a cross than they were as an individual.
That happens sometimes, bro.
Hmm.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yep.
Sometimes that's just like, man, it's
Like
a lot. It's a lot
me
of families
crossing
like
my
that.
Mason to my Medusa blood made it better than it was on both parts. Me crossing them together made them what I really like. And I loved Medusa and I loved Mason. But at the same time, like after I realized when I crossed them, I'm like, no, that shit works good together.
And
Crossed
you
up.
got to take note of that.
That's why I've done so many different breedings so tight on that stuff. I mean, hell, I got 2 60-something breedings happening, then 2 75% breedings, and then an outcross on the same stuff, all of it, Mason and Medusa. Like Jarvis to Dirty Girl being outcross. Mason to his granddaughter, 75% Mason. So it's just I've seen it, and I know how to keep that formula going based on the bottom side. Really.
Yeah, that's just what I like to do, man. That's how I'm in contact with so many different dogs and camps because I pay attention to the main side, but the main side already established. Like it's only it's only so much you can talk about. Like I always say, it's only so much you can talk about Red Boy. This. What about the siblings that's not in
Yep.
the spotlight that have champions and winners that you might not have heard of, but they're out there?
Well, like a lot of these Chinaman lines of dogs that are real good and famous, they also have a little bit of champion boy in them too. Chinaman's brother.
Sure do, sure do. A lot of people look over that. A lot of people don't see that in the pig.
Yep. That's why, like, so Mason's brother was bred from Medusa's sister, and I took Mason and bred it back to a bitch off of that. Like I have the sibling thing in mind anyways. That's why I got 4 of each litter and shit. I'm cross up siblings for the future. Half brother and sister, first cousins. Great grandpa top and bottom to granddaughter on the bottom. Like, I don't know, there's tons of ways you're literally building the family tree as you go. You know what I mean? You want it to have some branches, but you don't want it to be a ton of branches.
Nah.
You want more like a maple tree or something, like a couple forks, big forks, that's it.
Jungle pig.
And I mean, the longer people researches, they're gonna see patterns, and that don't mean when everybody says patterns, I think they think people means bloodlines. That's not necessarily what people mean. Sometimes they're talking about the breeding pattern, like inbreeding, line breeding,
Another way.
half brother, sister.
I went another way with this shit too.
Yep. Well, get another way. You know what they were doing? Testing to see if it was what really worked. If it really worked, it'll work crossed up too.
Matter of fact.
They took it to this beauty shit, to this pit general stuff.
Yep. Well, so me and Welsh are about to do a little bit of that.
And
I'm about to outcross. So I've never bred one of my females to somebody else's male, right? Never done that. I'm actually not really interested in it unless, like me and Welsh, what we talked about. And like, I'm going to test breeding my blood to other stuff too, see if I still get something very similar. I hope so. That'd be cool. I hope that Rogan and him mixes more than makes one or the other.
Yeah.
I like it when it crosses. That and so do you believe that you get it to cross out of breeding 2 tight families together or breeding like famous individuals from that family together? I think breeding the tight families that have been successful for a while is where you'll get the blend versus a 50-50. Half the litter looks like this side of the family, half the litter looks like this.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what
that's
what I've been doling down with every breeding I've done. People don't realize it. I'm trying to dull down that half of it looks like this family, half of it looks like this family. I'm trying to blend it where it's its own family of dogs.
Yeah.
And I mean, as I go, I'm getting a little closer. I'm ready to see Mason Eleanor. That'll tell me a lot of shit. And she's huge.
Is that slingshot?
This 50-50 shit.
And then see, so I already know that crossing Mason to my Boyle's bitch works. So now I'm gonna see what happens when I cross my Mason and Medusa male to my Boyle's bitch. Add the little bit of Medusa in there.
Yeah, yeah. And then you just put it together. If it all turn out,
Well, like
put the best ones together.
if I have a pup off of Mason and Eleanor, a female, I'm definitely, if they both all work out and do everything what I want them to do, I'm definitely going to breed it to a male off of Mason Judge to Vixen.
Straight boy
and
shit.
Then, so
boy shit.
We're about to make a breeding that is really tight, like not necessarily like inbred, but it's really tight on the blood. We're taking Medusa, which is my 3/4 Thor dog, which Thor was the grandson of Termite. So we're taking her back to her grandson, the brother to Eleanor. So I flip-flopped it. I bred Mason to Eleanor, and then we bred Wrangler to Medusa. I'll be able to take them two together. I'll be able to take one of them off of the Mason and Medusa back to my shit off of Vixen, and it'll be heavy Medusa.
And see, my thing, I like to see when you have a family of dogs with different litter mates go different directions, and then they meet back up 8 generations later. For instance, the Waccamaw Pit Island cross. That's all it is the family members left each other, did their own thing, and then when you look at both of them, what they lead back to.
Yep.
So
like a lot of even people were bred like that back in the day because we were nomadic. We'd stay somewhere for a little while, have our little family, leave, go have another little family somewhere, and hell, them two families might end up meeting 100 years later in Arkansas and breeding. You know what I mean? Like that's how we're here. People are a lot more inbred than they know. We start going. Let's break down.
Oh, bringing it back to this Boyle shit.
That Boyle
shit.
Now, why did it?
I see what you're saying, bro. It's different ways. You dig what I'm talking about? To get a good result with what you breeding, especially when you crossing it into another good line.
Exactly. You cannot be afraid to step outside the box. But again, information is key. If you are only focusing on the ones that's in the spotlight, when you know that was a litter of 8 puppies and you only got maybe 1 or 2, you in the course of 3 to 5 years, you need to be checking on them siblings and see what's going on.
Yep.
Because again, you might. That's like all 3 of us getting dogs out the same litter, right? You get one, I get one, Elevator get one. All of us go, just like me and Toyo said, Big A talked about earlier. All of us got different dogs. So at the end of the day, the only thing we have in common is the dogs that was in that particular litter. That's the only thing we have in common. So if all 3 of us do something and all 3 of us have success, we can put all of that back together in one pot. Without having a risk of losing what we gain.
Yep. We about at the hour mark. Yep.
Yeah, man. I'm just doing a whole bunch of stuff in the background.
Some said that sounds like something we all know. However, worth a deeper observation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I appreciate everybody that come in the chat too.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Appreciate you, man. Elevated Welsh. You know what's happening, man. Big, man, what's going down, bro? Man, where can we find y'all at, man?
Shit, man, y'all catch me on here tomorrow, man. Chilling with the fellas.
Yeah. Mr. Big.
All the time. We just dogging, man. It's just I don't know if y'all can see the screen.
Yeah.
Right. It was just another way of coming at it with this Lucane dog right here.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm talking about? Just another way of they was working it. You dig what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Coming off this Luke Kane dog here through Miss Luca. Through Miss Luca. This is that Caribbean shorty. You dig what I'm talking about? Go back to him. You dig what I'm saying? You see why you got what you got, a grand champion. Right?
Hey, Big C. The common denominator is if you pay attention to Mayday pedigree, and then you see when I told them click on that other sibling, and then you go down and how you ended up back with the Boyles. That's the common denominator.
Yeah, man, we got to get up out of here, though, man. We gonna have to
Man, we
carry
pick
this
up on
on
that
to
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
man.
Yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is, man. We got that Digital Dog Show coming up at the end of the month, and we got 3 free T-shirts going out. You know, one to an existing member, one to a new member, and one to a viewer. You got to be there to get it, man. And we got that dog of the week, man. Shoot, we got 5 shots just in today, man. I think that makes close to 10. You know, so it's coming in tomorrow, man. Y'all be there to vote, and cash on delivery right on the spot, man. So y'all check that out. And if you ain't a member, man, what you doing, man?
Yep.
Man,
Starting at $1.
Man. Can't beat that. And man, in the future, it's a magazine coming out, man. You know anything about a magazine coming out, Elevated?
The Show Dog Journal. Yes, sir. Ready to have it hit the streets so I can see what people think.
Yeah, that'd be what's up, man. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. But you know what it is, man. We got that Men at Work coming up next, man. And yeah, Pimp say he got the subject is gonna be what is the Matrix? I don't know. Shoot, I'm about to find out myself. So
Matrix.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What he talking
you are
about,
the one, Neo.
The red pill or the blue pill, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna go over there and see if he gonna bring the oracle out, man, or not. We're gonna get some questions answered. So y'all go over there, man, and check that out. But you ain't gotta go nowhere, man, cause we playing fair right now, man. So go holler at that boy Pimps, man, cause I'm heading over there right now. Holla.
All right, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow.
Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain, locked in the game, never moved for fame. Old mountain lines run deep in the flame. Sock about the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red Ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sock it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second with the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Second from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.